So you want to know exactly who Dr. Candrice is? Well, hold on to your seats. We're going to talk about the who, what, when, and where. I am Dr. Candrice, your favorite fun, board-certified dermatologist. I am your go-to girl for everything healthy hair, skin, and nails. Now, let's jump into it. I am just a good old girl from Richmond, Virginia, who had a dream. I grew up with a sister who has nevus of Oda, which means that she has a green birthmark on one side of her face. That landed us into dermatology offices a lot, and so I had a chance to see up close that this type of doctor was a little bit different, actually a lot different than my pediatrician. So with that sparked an interest in dermatology of all things. How many people have met a 10-year-old that says, "Oh, I want to be a dermatologist when I grow up"? Well, that was me. I went off to college at Wake Forest University in North Carolina, had a wonderful time there, and then I went on to go to medical school at the University of Virginia. This was a huge move because I am the only physician in my family, and in fact I say I'm the first. I'm hoping that there will be some generations to come that will also trail this path that I've mowed for them. After that, after medical school, well, actually during medical school, I had some interesting experiences. A lot of my classmates really hated the pediatric rotation. And of course, it wasn't about the kids, but it was about the parents. Oh my God, they hated dealing with the parents, too many questions. But I loved that. I loved the interaction with the parents. I could really identify with what they were going through. A child with an ailment, how did they deal with that? They have to support the child, get treatment for the child. And also they ask a lot of questions. So I was very engaged with them, and I found out in medical school that, wow, I really do have a thing for dealing with families and pediatric patients. I have to bring this also in to what I do. After medical school was over, I went on to actually get some advanced training in pediatrics. So I did that first year in New York City. Yes, country girl in New York City. That was a very interesting year. Then I went on to further my pediatric training at Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia. This was an awesome experience, tough but great, and had great training in pediatrics. You know, as pediatric rotations came to an end during my training years, I realized, I said, you know what? I still want to be a dermatologist. I am going to go ahead and try to still shoot for that dream. So I did. That is what I decided to do. But the road, let me tell you, is not easy. It sounds great for me to tell you I am a triple board certified dermatologist. I have spent time training for this role, but it was not without difficulty. There are challenges in anything that you really want bad in life. You know, things that you really, really want really, really bad. You have to ask yourself, how much are you willing to sacrifice? Well, I went to medical school for 4 years. I did pediatrics after that for 3 years. And then when I decided to make the switch back into dermatology, that was another 3 years. But before I could even get there, I had to really persevere to try to get in. Did you know that dermatology is the number one toughest medical specialty to get into, to land a training position? So don't tell your primary care doctor or your cardiologist or even your brain surgeon that I said so, but they know it's true. It's easier to become one of them than it is to become one of us. It is a small group to be part of. It took a lot of effort. I did clinical research for 3 years in dermatology while working as a pediatrician, all to get to my ultimate goal of being a dermatologist. So yes, it sounds great for me to say, oh, I'm Dr. Candrice, I'm triple board certified, blah, blah, blah. But I wanted you to know that there is a backstory. So I hope that this message definitely helps someone out there who just needs to be reminded that you too can persevere. So of course, we know how the story ends. It ends with me becoming a dermatologist at the end. But with that, I have really taken things that have happened over the years with me. Remember my sister that I told you about? Really, that catapulted my interest in dermatology. Can you imagine how great it felt for me to pick up the phone and call her and say, oh my goodness, they now have a laser that's available to take away this birthmark in you, which we had not been able to do because of her skin tone. And do you know that I was met with her on the other end saying, you know what, I've had it this long, so I think I'm just gonna keep it. Y'all, when I tell you, I said, wait a minute, wait. 14 years later, all this training, time lost, life changes, and you're gonna tell me that you are settled with it and you're not gonna get rid of it when all I have to do is pick up this machine right here? That also was a turning point. It taught me that yes, people may have ailments that I can fix, but guess what? It's all about the beauty within shining through to the beauty outside. So every individual that comes into my practice, I try to find something that's beautiful about each person, although we may be making enhancements. That's the most important part. Again, this is Dr. Candrice, your favorite fun, board-certified dermatologist. I am your go-to girl for everything healthy hair, skin, and nails. For more information on all things beauty and skincare, check out www.mysistersbeauty.com.